What's good, future millionaires? We back with another banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer, here to share my insights of the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors. Salute to y'all for pulling up on the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up like button for the YouTube algorithm, and do not forget to subscribe, man. So y'all see, I had to break out the OG Doge Killer hoodie for this one, y'all. I had to bring it out, man. If you remember this hoodie, you one of the double OGs to the channel, y'all. Salute to everybody that's been rocking with me. If you want to get the Shiba Inu cap, the link is in the description section of this video. Also, this hoodie as well. Take a look, man. We got Bitcoin at a new all-time high. First things first, I need y'all to hit that like button on the video, man. Show me some love. I've been keeping the Shib army informed throughout the entire bear market and even up to today. And y'all know I'm on fire with the technical analysis. Not only do we do news updates, I try to also drop educational gems as well, so that way you could be a better informed investor. I take the stuff that I learned from some of these books and try to drop it in the channel, so that way, you know, y'all can pick up what you need and just leave what you don't. So overall crypto market cap at $2.59 trillion right now, y'all. Bitcoin currently sitting at 68,142. Now it does, you know, we got a few things to talk about when it comes to this. Now I'm excited. It looks like Bitcoin wants to go to clearly 70,000 and even 75K, but we got to pay attention to those RSI levels. Drop in the comment section if you know what the RSI indicates. So we got Ethereum, Bitcoin 68,127, Ethereum at 3,906, BNB at 484, Solana at 145, XRP at 62 cents, Cardano at 72 cents, Doge at 16 cents, Shiba Inu at 3,600 points per coin, so 36.23, up 12.3% on the day. So that's the highest out of the top 10 cryptocurrencies right now. We got Shiba Inu at a $21 billion market cap, y'all. If we can surpass the Doge, if we can, hold on, I got to put it back on big screen real quick. If we can kill Doge again, now y'all know I'm Doge army too. I was part of the Doge army before the Shib army. But if we can surpass Doge once again, y'all, that will create a level of FOMO and, you know, pandemonium that we really want to see right now. So we got the Bitcoin halving coming up in about 43 days, I believe it is. 40 days so far. So it fluctuates depending on where they think that block will fall. Sometimes you'll see this number up a little higher. Sometimes you'll see it, you know, a little lower. Some days it'll be the same number because it's calculating based on where they feel that block time will fall. So take a look right here. You can see so 40 days until the halving. We got the fear and greed index at an 89. That lets us know that the market is extremely greedy or optimistic. We got to be careful at levels of high optimism, because at that time the markets can pull back on us, and we want to be careful that, you know, we don't get caught, or at least we're aware that that pullback can take place and we're prepared for it and able to, you know, take advantage of it. Let's say if you understand technical analysis and you recognize that a pullback is likely to occur, that can give you the time to prepare funds to be able to buy the dip. So we just want to be on point when we see that fear and greed index at extremely high levels, because when the market is greedy, it's time to be fearful. When the market is fearful, that's when it's time to be greedy. You want to think the right way, like smart money does. In order to win at the crypto game, you got to play it the way smart money does, y'all. If you're interested in getting my technical analysis course, reach out to me via email, DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com, y'all. I teach you a lot of things to understand the candlesticks, the chart patterns, the indicators, the tools, and how to put it all together to decide what is likely to occur. So right now, sitting at a $2.59 trillion level, let's take a look at Bitcoin and see some of the analysis that we can, you know, determine. So Bitcoin on absolute fire. We seen it go up to $69,968. So Bitcoin basically went to $70,000, y'all. Bitcoin went $4 away from being at, let me zoom in. I want to get the exact number. We're going to get this as close as we can. 69,992. So about $8 away, less than $10 away from $70,000, y'all. Now let's take a look at this. Let's zoom out. Let me see. So this is how y'all can see the exact point. We just zooming in right there. So boom. So right in that range, we do see volume tapering off right now. It did pick up, but right now the candle that's forming on this red candle, we see volume tapering off. But it's still, not, the day's not over yet, so it could still be determining what it's likely trying to do. So we want to pay attention to volume. Volume lets us know how much activity is taking place, how much money is flowing through it. When the volume is high, that and it's green candles at the volume, we can determine that it's a lot of buying activity going on, or that buyers were in control during that time period. If the candles are red, then we could determine that sellers were in control during that time period. So that means more selling took place. Green, more buying took place. And when you see them spike up like that, that means a lot of selling took place or a lot of buying took place. And we can watch whether if a lot of selling took place or buying took place to kind of determine what's likely to happen next. But it's not all the way accurate. This is why no one indicator is, just the best end all be all indicator. This is why you want to use, a few of them and have some continuity to determine, okay, I got confirmation here, here, here. So yes, this one says this, but in 3 other areas, I have some confirmation that tells me we're likely to do this. So this is why you want to tap in and get the course. But this is looking good. So let's pull up our RSI. So we see the RSI levels at a 77 or 74. So it's at a 74.4 right here. So we seen the RSI bounce off of that 70 level. 70 and above is considered the asset being overbought. Usually when it hits periods of being overbought, shortly after there's a lot of selling that takes place. So you got to keep that in mind. Now, do I think it's just gonna start to flush because it's overbought right now? I don't think so. I think the markets are very optimistic and bullish, especially with the Bitcoin having only 40 days away, y'all. I told y'all, watch this. It's going to get tighter and tighter as we see the prices run up all the way to the Bitcoin halving. And just remember, none of this is financial advice that you hear in this video. You got to do your own due diligence and never risk more than you're willing to lose. But we're going to see most likely prices run up to that point, and then we might see a pullback. We might potentially see, Bitcoin 85K before the halving. 100K. Who knows? We're in price discovery. Price discovery is where the prices haven't hit this area yet. We're in a brand new area. So we just gotta ride it out and see. So RSI Bitcoin currently overbought, but not at its highest levels. We've seen it all the way at one point as high as So 87, so around an 87 point something. That's the highest we just seen it recently. And we seen it pull back. It found some support at around an 80. So if we keep this momentum going, we can likely, see it continue to go to its next levels. So let's look at our Fibonacci levels on this area here. So we do got, a nice little pullback on the RSI where it could continue, but we're going to grab our Fibonacci. So remember what I told y'all about using the indicator called fractals, or it's called Williams fractals, but just remember fractals. So we can see it tells us right here is one of our swing lows, or is where we get a break in market structure right in this range right here. So we want to measure from this swing low here to this point to determine where is the pullback, and did it pull back enough to continue. So we know that golden ratio, that golden area, is in that 50% area and that 61.8% area. So this green area in here is called the golden area, the golden zone, something golden. People always call it golden something, but the price pulling back to the 61.8 level is considered, a healthy pullback. a pullback to that level, to the 50 level or the 61.8 level. Now, if it pulls back farther than that, then it could turn around and create what's called a downtrend. We can start to see the price move to the downside. It means it was too much selling pressure, and buyers become exhausted. So us seeing it pull back to this level, this is why people knew to pull the trigger around this range right here, because they seen it break through the 50 level and they know Bitcoin is bullish. They know the Bitcoin halving is coming up. So they're not fooled by the slight pullback. They're taking advantage of those pullbacks. This is smart money right here, the people that got this. So now you're seeing they bought that dip, it pushed right on back up, and now it's continuing this trend. So with it continuing from here, that tells us that that was a nice pullback and it can potentially keep going up from here. So let's see. Let's take off the Fibonacci. So let's take a look at this bull flag. Notice we pretty much got a bull flag forming right here. So notice this area right here. So this area right here is creating essentially an upwards trend, a sharp break up in momentum, showing that buyers are really, really bullish in this area. And we could also see volume picking up as well. So let's take that off. So we know that that is a flag forming. We know when we see a bull flag forming that we can measure from the bottom of the flagpole to the top of the flag. So the flagpole starts here. Wait, matter of fact, I'm gonna do it in this right where it begins so y'all can follow along. Okay, so the flagpole begins basically here to here. So now we know the breakout point on a bull flag is after this area here. This the craziest arrow ever. But so in this area, this is the breakout point. So we could take this, we could take the area that we measured for the pole and put it at this breakout area. Now we got to see it break out. It has to confirm this breakout. We need to see this candle break above this level and close above it. Because it could be a fake out where it pumps above it. And some people jump too early and think, okay, let me go long here, or let me bet that it's going to, enter another trade that's going to go to this next area. And then it ends up pulling back. So you got to keep that in mind as well. It could pull back to the 63 area. Yeah, I would really watch out for the 63 area. So we could see it push all the way up to like 86,000, 85. I'm really saying 86,000. But give or take a little bit. Remember, nobody has a crystal ball. So let me adjust this too so y'all can see it accurately. Okay, so that's our levels. So about 86,000, y'all. That's what it's looking like Bitcoin wants to do. Now, another thing we want to pay attention to is in this bull flag right here, we usually want to see volume tapering off, which we kind of do, but at the same time, not as much as I would like to see. Because this could be a bull trap as well, getting people to put money on the table before it pulls back one last time and continues from there. So just be aware of that. But let's also use another one of my indicators. So we could also see it trading below the upper Bollinger Band. So it's losing steam right here. You know, it's right now at this moment, it's showing signs that it could likely pull back if we don't pick up, you know, enough buying power. This candle right here is really low in volume. Maybe because it just flipped over, you know, in the time difference. Because right there for me, it says March 9th, but it's March 8th. So that's maybe the reason, because it just didn't start off. So if it picks up off of this candle, because the volume tapered off for a second, then it picked up right here. And that could just be a lot of bullishness. But we just want to, you know, just be careful. Understand that if it does pull back, be prepared for it. You know, but also understand that we got some, you know, some nice targets, 86K. So now let's take a look at Shiba Inu. I didn't really want to make this one that long, y'all, but I really like y'all to understand, you know, what's going on and how to interpret, you know, this information. So we got Shiba Inu volume up right now, 51%. Volume up 51%. Price action 12%. 40 days till the halving, y'all. This is going to be interesting. Very, very interesting. We talked about this, you know, formation we were forming here on SHIB. We got an indication of a possible breakout to 6,500 points per coin. To around 7,500 points per coin. So right now we are on the, actually I should put this down just a little bit. We are on a day chart. So on the day chart, we seen it pull down into that golden area of, you know, that 50 range, like a little bit more than halfway between that range. Normally, if it finds support at the 50 range or the 61.8% range, that's considered a healthy pullback. You don't have to panic if you see it do that. Now, usually I like to look at this on like the 4-hour chart to kind of get a, you know, better look. Now, notice how on the 4-hour chart, we see the price fall perfectly and find support right along this 50% range. So this would have been a good area to jump in and, you know, load up at. And notice the green candle at this area indicates to us that people did load up at this area. The last time it dipped to 20 or to back into 2,000 points per coin. So they seen this red candle hit that area, seen it pull down a little bit more, and once it closed up to this range and this candle open, people went long here. That's why the candle is so bullish. And then you see it start to, you know, bounce around, consolidate in this range, and, you know, now it's gearing up for that next stop. So we know that with the Fibonacci sequence, we know that that was a nice pullback. And that helps us determine, is it safe to enter? You know, did it pull back enough? Could people, you know, could it be done pulling back to that range? Notice it's still following this trend line. Now we would have to worry, you know, not really, but if we see it break outside down below this trend line, but as long as it bounces around this trend line, you know, it can go up, it can go down, it can do this, it can do that, it can hit the line, it can go right above the line, it can go right there, it can, you know, go higher, do whatever it wants to do. But as long as we keep that trend going, likely we're going to move in an uptrend. But if we start to see it break that trend, so let's say it bounces around, but somewhere at this point, you know, it violates the trend. It's called violating the trend. If it violates that trend, we might see it do something like this: come up, retest the trend line, break back down, fake breakout, and then just keep working his way down and lower until we hit certain support levels. So that's what I'm expecting. Worst case scenario, I believe Shiba Inu will go up, but you gotta remember the markets are not fair. I know they call it the free markets, but man, is it not free? We got Robinhood, Webull, Coinbase allegedly turning off the buy buttons when people are trying to take advantage of those pullbacks, and that can be critical to people's confidence in Shiba Inu, confidence in investing in general. Because if you're trying to be a wise investor and dollar cost average and take advantage of discounts, but they turn off the buying button, then that can be a blow to your spirit. So this is why I encourage everybody to move over to the DeFi side, so that way you can still buy, sell, do whatever you want to do when you want to do it with your crypto. Remember, if you're sitting on a centralized exchange, you do not own the crypto. They own it. If it's not your keys, it's not your crypto. So that's all we got for this one, man. Shout out to y'all for rocking with me. Make sure you tap in. Check the links in the description section of this video for the merch. Also, check out Vegas Inu token. We got a lot of exciting things going on over there. Go join the Telegram. Also, what else we got going on? We got the mega discount still is available for a short period of time for those that want to jump in on the courses. I got the technical analysis course teaching you how to interpret the data on the charts. I got the options day trading course teaching you how to day trade options if you're interested. Teaching you how to bet and make money. Essentially, speculating on where the prices go up or down. That's what that is. So you can bet and say, hey, I believe, today Tesla's price will go up, make money from that. Even if the prices are falling, you can say, hey, I want to bet that the prices are going down, and you can make money from that as well. So that course, reach out to me, put the subject line, day trading or options. And then we got the crypto one-on-one course, which will give you a better understanding of crypto investing as a whole, and also teach you the DeFi side of things as well, so that way you're not stuck on those centralized exchanges. That's all we got for this video. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, and we are out.